Hello everyone, my name's Cliff and welcome back to my channel. This is Cliff's Dark Gems. And if you're new here, relax, sit back and enjoy the show. Because tonight I'm going to give some spooky short story recommendations. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, so yeah, I'm approaching about 3 years as a booktuber, and in those 3 years I have mentioned a lot of these anthologies that I'm going to bring up now, as well as author collections. And yeah, I'm going to try very hard to do two things. First of all, I'm going to try to choose short stories that I've never mentioned before. I failed once or twice, and I want those short stories to fit into spooky season vibes. So you're going to talk about things like vampires, werewolves, hauntings, that kind of thing. Other interesting things. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get going. Oh everyone, and another thing. Yeah, you're not going to find any Stephen King. You're not going to find Clive Barker. You're not going to find Lovecraft. You're not going to find Edgar Allan Poe in this video. Reason being is that I've spoken about all those authors a number of times. I've got videos out there with their short stories, my favourites. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I'm going to start off with Nocturnes by John Connolly. Now this is an amazing collection of spooky stories, and some of my favourites that I've mentioned before are The Cancer Cowboy Rides, and Some Children Wander by Mistake, one of my favourite clown stories, creepy clowns. But the one I'm going to talk about now is Miss Froom, Vampire. But this is a very, very different kind of vampire tale. It kind of has a very ordinary kind of tone at the beginning, where you've got this sweet old woman who's in this little town and she's working her garden. It's full of vegetables and flowers, and it's like her pride and joy. And she's working in the garden, and this young man comes running by on his bicycle and offers to help her out. And so yeah, she accepts the work in the garden. At the end, she invites him in for refreshments. And yeah, I can kind of see where this is going, sort of, maybe not. It's kind of humorous towards the end. I found it kind of interesting, but it's just a fun little story, and definitely not, in my opinion, the best. This is a fantastic collection, so check it out. So yeah, that's Miss Froom, Vampire. Next collection is Dark Celebrations by Calvin Demmer. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. He's a South African author, and I actually was gifted 4 collections from the author. And yeah, this one is excellent. It's about different holidays at different times of the year. And yeah, he just kind of has a horror take on these holidays. Labor Day Hunt, Trick or Death, Happy Dark Year, Spring Outbreak, Zombies, Prom Screams, etc. A whole lot of stories like this. I'm going to go with Trick or Death because Halloween people. And yeah, this is an amazing little story, a real fun story. And it's about this guy during Halloween night, and he dresses up as a Grim Reaper. And he's going around scaring the crap out of people in the houses, but banging on their doors, hiding and jumping out at them. And yeah, he's doing it for his YouTube channel. He wants to get more views, to really scare them. And he gets to this one house and he bangs on the door and no one answers. He kind of goes around the side. And all I'm going to say, I'm going to stop there, is that it gets very dark from there, people. This guy packs a huge punch in his stories. Really got away with words, brilliant with short fiction, and I highly recommend him. So yeah, that's Dark Celebrations. The story, Trick or Death. Yes. Next up we got 20th Century Ghost by Joe Hill. And yeah, I'm going to go with the title story, even though there's a story in here called The Black Phone, which is freaking brilliant, made into a movie. But I'm going to go with the title story. It's a 20th century ghost, and it's got a very unusual tone, a little bit chilling, a little bit unsettling, but definitely not scary, kind of creepy. Yeah, and what it's about is this dilapidated movie theatre, old, and it's being haunted by this young woman who's basically chats about this movie. She died in the movie theatre, and she chats about this movie to people when the cinema is full, when the theatre is full, and as she chats about movies and nosebleeds. Yeah, so she's haunting this place, and it's kind of a thoughtful story. It's not come across as horrific or violent, as I said. It's just an interesting kind of reflection on perhaps movies, the silver screen, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, like I say, it's got a more gentle tone than a lot of the other stories, but it is about a haunting. So that's 20th century ghost. Next up we got Dark Forces by Kirby McCauley. Now this is one of two anthologies that I absolutely love, kind of favourite, and it's chock full of goodness, people. There's so much quality in here, and I've spoken about a lot of these stories, and yeah, I think 2 years or so ago I spoke about this particular short story, but it fits perfectly into Halloween because it's about monsters, creatures, and that is The Brood by Ramsey Campbell, I believe. And yeah, this is a good one, people. And it's about this vet, and he's in this town, or it's a suburb that's falling apart. This is very true of Ramsey Campbell's writing. It's almost a sense of decay, of urban decay. So anyway, this vet who prefers animals to people anyway, but he lives in this kind of decrepit suburb of this town. And in the evening, when he's finished work, he likes to watch people. He likes to stare out at people, the homeless, the weird, see what's happening. And he notices something's going on next door, kind of downstairs, it's a cellar. And yeah, he decides to go and investigate. And yeah, he discovers something, not going to tell you what it is, but the story takes a very dark, kind of horrifying turn. And it's a great story, a great horror story. And yeah, I highly recommend it. That's A Brood by Ramsey Campbell. Okay, next up an anthology that actually blew me away, and that's the fifth Pan book of horror stories. Yeah, and this is a very long running series, and keeping in with like creatures, I'm going with The Spider, and that is by Basil Cooper, and yeah, it's a nasty little tale, and it's about this businessman who stops overnight, he's out in the country at this hotel. And yeah, from the very beginning you can see that there's something off about this hotel and about the guy that's helping him out at the door. And yeah, you see something very, very wrong. And it's a very creepy, as I say, it's a very nasty tale. And if you're an arachnophobe, you'll take some delight in it. It'll give you the creeps for sure, the shivers, spiders, people. So yeah. That's a spider. Okay, next up, Ray Bradbury. You could pick hundreds of stories from Ray Bradbury. It'd be perfect for Halloween. I got from my favourite collection, The Illustrated Man. I think I like this so much, even though it's more science fiction than horror. A lot of the stories are very bleak. They're very grim. And yeah, I could have chosen something from Dark Carnival, but I just bought the book. And I still need to read a lot of the stories because apparently they're more on the dark side, more horrifying. A little story that I picked up that I have not spoken about before is called The Last Night of the World. That's a strange one, it's a different one. It's like a what if. What if you knew that tomorrow wouldn't come? That the end of the world is tomorrow, this is the last night, and everything was going to end. Not even apocalypse, just world's going to end. What would you do? Would you freak out? You run away? Or would you just carry on as normal? And this is a dilemma that's kind of posed to this couple and how they deal with this knowledge. What they do. Very quiet, interesting story that stayed with me, kind of thought-provoking. How would you react if you knew this is it? Yeah, the last night of the world. Okay, I picked up this collection just the other day. That's Roald Dahl, Completely Unexpected Tales. I've chose something from this collection that scared the hell out of me when I was a young kid, and that is poison. Right, now, just the thought of poison. This man lying in bed in a hotel. I think it's in India, it's a very colonial kind of story, very old-fashioned, but just the idea, he's lying in bed and he knows that there's a deadly snake under the covers. Now just the thought of that, and he can't move. Imagine the sweating, and you don't want to move. He's anticipating that bite from this deadly, deadly snake. And yeah, it freaked me out as a kid. There's a lot more to the story than that. There's even some controversy stuff about kind of racism and stuff. But yeah, he wasn't very far from controversy, this guy. But just the idea, as a kid, you're lying in bed and there's something under the covers. And you can't move, you're like frozen. And yeah, he calls for help, and you can read it yourselves. And it's poison. Okay, next up we got Robert McCammon, Blue World. Now this is a fantastic collection. It's got some of my favorite short stories ever. In fact, one of them. And that is Night Calls, the Green Falcon. What a short novella. Not horror at all. But the one I'm going for, which is most definitely a Halloween story, is He'll Come Knocking at Your Door. And it's about this prosperous town. Yeah, it's a good place to live. But Halloween, they take Halloween very, very, very seriously. And yeah, every Halloween night, there's this character that comes knocking at the doors of the people in the town. And kind of, yeah, he does his rounds. And when you open the door for him, you better provide the treat that you need to provide, because you don't want to find out about his tricks. And yeah, kind of dark, nightmarish stuff, but yeah, that's it. He'll Come Knocking at Your Door. Halloween. Trick or treat. Okay, next up we got a very dark, disturbing, very weird tale from A Nest of Nightmares by Liza Tuttle. And yeah, I've only got this on Kindle, and I wasn't crazy about the entire collection, but there were some serious standouts. And the one I'm going to talk about is Bug House. I have spoken about it, I think it was about two and a half years ago. But yeah, it's a great Halloween story. And it's about this young woman who's running away from a failed marriage. And she finds her aunt's house, which is by the coast. It's like a beach house. That is absolutely falling apart, this house. And when she goes into the house to see her aunt is also falling apart, dying. And what's worse, in this house are these bugs or insects. So you just got this really nasty feel right from the beginning. And then this young man comes to visit, and things take a turn for the worse. And yeah, there's some nasty, nasty stuff that goes on in this story. It's a little bit of body horror as far as I can remember, but it's creepy, it's nasty. So that is Bug House. And finally, got the Mammoth Book of Zombies, and I've chosen Sticks, a very famous short story by Carl Edward Wagner. And yeah, there's so much quality in this book, people. I absolutely love this anthology, and even though it's supposedly about zombies, there's so many different variety of stories here. So you're not going to just get those shuffling zombies. There's some fantastic stories, and this is one of them. And yeah, it's about this artist, and he's hiking in this remote area, and he finds this farmhouse. In front and all around this farmhouse are these sticks that have been lashed together in different ways, kind of different patterns. And yeah, inside the farmhouse he has some kind of experience with something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And then later on, let's just fast forward a little bit, he becomes obsessed with these sticks, right? It's a psychological thing, it's an isolation thing. He becomes obsessed with these patterns, and he illustrates them as an artist. And I'm going to just leave it there, because yeah, he by doing all of this, he attracts attention, unwanted attention. And it's a fantastic story, it's unnerving, it's unsettling, yeah, and at times pretty terrifying. So that Sticks by Carl Edward Wagner. Yeah. Okay everyone, so that's my short and sweet video for today. Just some spooky stories for you to read, short stories. Let me know if you've read any of those. Let me know what your favourites are. I'd love to hear from you. Also tell me some other nice short stories I should check out, especially for Halloween. And yeah, I'd love to have a chat with you in the space below, people, and I hope you're all doing well and that you're having a good spooky season. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Until next time, keep those pages turning, and cheers.